Hi there! Ever thought about what our body is made up of? Or what basically is the building blocks of all living things? Well, you are in the right place. Join me on today's expedition towards the human body. Welcome to the Body Museum. I am Zaki Ortega and I will be your tour guide for today's video. Get ready to explore, meet, and learn what those are. Cells, the fundamental unit of life. They provide structure and function for all living things, from microorganisms to humans. Scientists consider them the smallest form of life. They house the biological machinery that makes the proteins, chemicals, and signals responsible for everything that happens inside our bodies. And in our body, there are at least 40 billion of them. Cells have many parts, each with a different function. Some of these parts, called organelles, are specialized structures that perform certain tasks within the cell. What are those organelles? Acknowledgement to nuclear biology for the display to be used in our tour. Well, let us now officially begin our tour. Oops, we got two doors in front of us. Now, these two doors actually represents two categories of cells. The first category is eukaryotic cell, and the second one is prokaryotic cells. In the eukaryotic cells, they have organelles which includes the nucleus and other special parts. They are more advanced, complex cells such as those found in plants and animals. While the second one, prokaryotic cells, they don't have a nucleus or membrane-enclosed organelles. They do have genetic materials though, but it's not contained within a nucleus. Prokaryotic cells are always one-celled or unicellular organisms such as bacteria and archaea. However, all cells have three things in common, no matter what type of cell they are. All cells have cell membrane, which separates the inside of the cell from its environment, cytoplasm, which is a jelly-like fluid, and DNA, which is the cell's genetic material. Alright, this time we'll proceed to the eukaryotic door. Oop, two doors again? In a eukaryotic cell, it can either be a plant cell or an animal cell. Well, for this video, we'll proceed to the animal cell. We'll save the plant one for another tour next time. Here we go! Let's start with the nucleus, the control center of the cell. The nucleus contains DNA, or genetic material as mentioned a while ago. It dictates what the cell is going to do and how it's going to do it. Chromatin, the tangled spread out form of DNA found inside the nuclear membrane. When a cell is ready to divide, DNA condenses into structures known as chromosomes. The nucleus also contains a nucleolus, which is a structure where ribosomes are made. After ribosomes leave the nucleus, they will have an important job for synthesizing or making proteins. Outside of the nucleus, the ribosomes and the rest of the organelles float around in the cytoplasm, which is the jelly-like substance. Ribosomes may wander freely within the cytoplasm or attach to the endoplasmic reticulum, or ER. There are two types of ER. Those with ribosomes attached to it are called rough ER, while the smooth ER doesn't have ribosomes. These are membrane-enclosed passageway for transporting materials, such as proteins synthesized by ribosomes. Proteins and other materials emerge from the endoplasmic reticulum and small vesicles where the Golgi apparatus, sometimes called the Golgi body, receives them. As proteins move through the Golgi body, they are customized into forms that the cell can use. The Golgi body does this by folding the proteins into usable shapes or adding materials onto them such as lipids or carbohydrates. Next we have lysosomes. These are the garbage collectors that take in damaged or worn out cell parts. They are filled with enzymes that break down the cellular debris. Next, the mitochondrion. It is an organelle that is the powerhouse or the one responsible for ATP synthesis. During the process called cellular respiration, the mitochondria make ATP, or adenosine triphosphate molecules that provide energy for all the cell activities. The cells that need more energy have basically more mitochondria. Lastly, how do the cell maintain its shape? Well, the cell maintains its shape through a cytoskeleton. The cytoskeleton includes the thread-like microfilaments, which are made up of protein, and microtubules, which are thin and hollow tubes. Well, that's it for our tour. You know your way back? Well, before you go, I just wanted to thank you so much for accompanying me in this tour. know that the Body Museum is always open for people as curious and as smart as you.